mob spawning issues. Every mob spawner, every mob farm I tried making, they've all failed. The slime farms, the gunpowder farms, everything. Nothing's working out properly. The mob mechanics don't work the way they should. And yeah, so we're gonna start messing around on Java Edition. The proper edition, the way things actually should be working. So here we are. We're just getting started here. We literally just set up the realm, just popped into the world. And now we're just gathering resources.
Mind the skin, by the way.
Yeah, my wife literally just made her account, so she's just using the basic skin at the moment. But, let's get cracking. Oh, I see chickens, I see sugar canes. We're laughing. We are laughing.
Yeah, I gotta get used to these mechanics.
The controls are more or less the same. If anything, we got a few more options. I'm gonna pick it all up because I don't want to start up the setup right there. Close by, yes, but right there, no. I got myself a handful of wood. Let's go pick a spot to get a roof over our head, so to speak. At least in the meantime. They definitely like being close to water like that. That's definitely very good. But
Auto jump. Where do I fix this?
probably in the options. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Auto jump?
Right now, no. It beats pounding the space bar every time.
I'm just jumping for no reason. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. You understand that.
Do you? Do you really?
Yes. Let's see. What is it?
Yeah.
So yes, I do understand. Plus mumbo jumbo constantly trying to explain what's on his screen. Ooh, that would have been a very bad day.
Okay, no resources. Oh, there's cobble. So I guess I'm gonna start with making a little bit of wood. Crafting table. Eeks. Wooden pickaxe. I'm in the Stone Age now. Got myself a handful of cobblestone with this craptacular pickaxe. Now we're working with stone tools. Let's see if we can find any more surface caves that try and find some actual resources now. Hello, milk cow. You're gonna taste good later. Finally catching up with the times.
Big ravine to play with.
Nice. There's some coal. Probably gonna start getting dark soon. I'm gonna start gathering this here few bits of coal, and then I'm gonna dig a hole in the ground. Find room, please. Yeah, it's getting dark. Turn that auto jump off. And it just got annoying. Okay, so I don't want it. Yeah, we got torches now. Okay, so it turns out I forgot to unmute my mic. I muted my mic earlier. And, well, we picked a spot to set up a starter base. And we're just getting ourselves semi-situated here. And getting our mine shaft dug and getting started on a bunch of resource gathering. Other than that, not a whole lot going on just yet. We're still getting situated. That'll probably take a little bit yet. Okay, so here we're building an AFK fish farm. Never really built one before, so I kind of fumbled around a little while. But I eventually got it. I had to look up a tutorial on how to actually build this thing, because I'd never built one before. I've heard of them, but never actually built one. And I had a couple little snags, like right here. I'm not quite sure how, but I managed to put a box on top of a torch behind me. Not quite sure how that happened, but it did. We got it all sorted out and in the right place, and we got the farm actually working, and it actually works really well. Once I actually figured out how to use it. That took me a little bit to figure out proper as well. So yeah, I did a fair bit more with the starter base, like I put in a storage system and whatnot, and we'll go over what I put in a little bit, because I did more than just that, but we'll cover that in a little bit. Okay, and we've done a fair bit of resource gathering, and we are now down here beside my very ugly looking cooked chicken farm. Up here we got a whole bunch of chickens here. They're sitting on top of a hopper. They're going to lay eggs to go into this here double chest, which will go into a hopper, which feeds into a dispenser. And we just flick this here lever back here, and it'll dispense the eggs out, leaving our chicks on top of our here half slab. When they grow up, they'll grow up into the lava, and they'll just get roasted, and then they will be picked up by this here hopper minecart through the slab, drop into the other hopper, into this here chest, where we just come and collect our chicken. Ugly. I can't run it for too long, and just run it until entity cramming starts going off the chicks, and then I stop it. A little bit of lag happening there, and we'll shut that off. This is just a very, very simple, kind of like a redstone clock. I will pull this right here so I can show you it a little better. It's just a piece of dust here, block, repeater, and a torch, with the switch in the opposite. Repeater set to 2 ticks. If you put it any higher than that, so say 1 tick, it'll just burn out our torch. So at 2 ticks seems to be the magic sweet spot. At 2 ticks, it does not burn out our torch. So just down. Abby.
That was the delivery. And she delivers our sensory stuff.
Oh, nice.
She's like, I'm so terrified of the stairs. I used to just throw it up there. And now she's like, it's fixed. I can come up here. And that was her.
That should be your headset. I think maybe. Either that. No, I think it's on close because you said today.
Yeah.
Continuing anyway. Alright, sorry about the interruption there. Delivery person at the door delivering some clothes for my son. Yeah, clothes for my son. So, yeah. I'm no redstone expert, but from my understanding, our torch here would power this block, which would send power to our repeater, which would power the dust, which would then in turn power the torch. So by setting the repeater to a 2-tick delay, that basically creates a little clock that just keeps going. A little redstone clock, fits nice and compact. And the switch is just here so we can turn it off. So by having 2 powers, it just turns it off. I'm not sure how it works exactly. Again, I'm no expert. So, yeah. So there's that. This here stack of chests, this is all... I don't want that there. This is all from my ASK fish farm, all of it. This is all, in a sense, junk items, in a way. Like, leather is a handy item. Saddles for days. I don't really need saddles. Or this many saddles. Like, it's a huge amount of saddles. But I don't gotta worry about running out of name tags, Nautilus shells. I got tons of those. Wow, we're really laggy right now. Like, name tags for days, pufferfish for days. Like, I'm probably never gonna use most of this. There's just anything else here that might come in handy somewhere else. I think these water bottles still come in handy later for potion brewing. So that's nice. We wound up getting a whole mess of fishing rods and bows and books. Like, in here, these are all books I plan on keeping because they'll come in handy for one thing or another. And here's the finishing. Not really sure what I'm going to do with these. I can't do anything more with them. That's gunpowder, mob drops. We got a whole mess of things going on here. And I don't need that many stuff. So just stash that there. Yeah, I added a few resource packs that help out a lot. One of them, this is more of a for fun thing. It's more mob heads. So yeah, killing mobs has a chance of them dropping their heads, which it can be used for decorations or anything like that. I don't have too many heads. I only got the 3 heads right now. Got a spider's head, I got a silverfish head, and a drowned head. We also got the player head and data pack in here as well. But the one I am most thrilled about having is the multiplayer sleep data pack. So that means it doesn't matter how many people are online, only one person needs to use a bed in order to fast forward to the next morning, which is really, really nice. I got these data packs from Vanilla Tweaks, I believe it was. Yeah, I downloaded them. I found out about this data pack from watching Exuma Void and watching his stuff. A lot of the data packs I'm using, they're actually using a few more data packs than I am. Like, one of the data packs I got in there we'll get a notification when we get to 2% durability left on our tools, which will help us from breaking our really good picks. I do have a fortune pick.
Yeah. Can you help your wife out, please?
No. I think I've seen something here that you might be interested in. If I can find it, that's only 2. Well, I tell you what, you can use some of my lapis. I got plenty. I got over 2 stacks. Yeah, I'm gonna make it daytime first. And yeah, so that's about all I've done in here as far as my starter base goes. Not too much going on, not very fancy. This just goes down to my mine shaft and up here to my nether portal. I haven't done too much in the nether yet, mostly because I died when I was there and almost lost my pick, and then I went mining shortly after, and then I did lose my pick, which is not fun because it was a Fortune 3 Efficiency 4 pick with Unbreaking, and I tried to swim in lava and I forgot my water bucket because I'm smart. I got a new Fortune pick again, and from last night's AFK fishing session, I wound up with a mending book, so my Child of Fortune pick is Efficiency 5, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. So it's a really, really good pick. I got a full enchanting setup up here. I even put a grindstone up here. So if you get a bat, you're not liking what you got, you can do a junk enchantment to reset the table and go from there. I did a little bit of lighting up, a whole bunch of cave lighting. And this here block is what we're going to head over to next, which will get into our first big project of the season. Now this here block is a mob spawner. It's got 3 tiers. It's a general hostile mob farm. 3 tiers. It's gravity kill for these guys. And it worked out pretty good. Like, we got over 4 stacks of bone blocks, over 8 stacks, we got almost over a dozen stacks of gunpowder out of it, some string, a bunch of arrows. Like, we're pretty much set for a handful of things for a while. We even get the odd witch in there, so chance at redstone and glowstone in there. But the 2 most important things I'm interested in are the bones and the gunpowder. Gunpowder because elytra, firework rockets, you get it. It's just super fun and to play around with. A bunch of bows and the skeletons. But yeah, inside here is just a big long shaft. Anything that falls, that wanders off the edges, falls down the shaft, lands on these hoppers, and dies. And the hoppers will collect all the items and funnel them into these chests. And there's quite a lot here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 double chests plus the hoppers. So it's a whole lot of inventory, a whole lot of storage space for this little spawner. But it was upon using this spawner that I decided what I actually want to do for my main base. And I think I'm going to build it on this here mountain peak over here. I thought it would be pretty awesome to build either a massive dinosaur or dragon skull off the mountain top. And I want to use bone block for my primary block for building the skull, because why not? The skull, use bone blocks. Makes sense. Well, this build is not going to be a little one. So I'm going to need a lot more bone than I actually have. Which means this little spawner mob farm I got is not going to do the job very quickly. So, I'm figuring we're going to build an even bigger one. We're going to build a massive mob spawn. Yes.
Where's your spider?
Not down there. It is actually over by the mob farm, kind of.
Levels.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wife was just asking me about my spider grinder. I was hoping to find a zombie dungeon because they have a chance of spawning zombie villagers. So I was hoping to find a zombie dungeon. Unfortunately, I found a spider dungeon. Not as nice to work with. They're a little more pain in the butt. And I haven't put in a softening system for it or at all. But I built an XP grinder out of the spider. So I'm gonna come down and we'll give a quick tour of the place. Nothing overly fancy. We got down here is our killing chamber, so to speak. You just stand back here, swipe your sword into there, hop up real quick to collect your XP. Items are collected in hoppers and go down below. We got a little AFK pool here, so this will just keep moving you around in circles. The water stream will just keep pushing you around and around. That way you don't wind up getting disconnected for being idle for too long. In there is where our spider spawner is. Our spiders will spawn down. They'll flow in. They'll get funneled into a 3-wide channel down here, and then they'll stop. They'll get plugged up in here, and then you just grab your sword, and away you go. And you just keep doing that. So, we're just gonna use my XP grinder for a little bit. We're actually gonna go pick out a spot and start building ourselves a bigger mob spawner, so that hopefully we can get a lot more bones so we can actually get started on this build. And I'm probably going to play around a little bit in a creative world to get an idea as to what exactly it is I want to build, because I don't actually know how it's going to look, whether I want to do a dragon skull, a T-Rex skull, or what, but I just know it's going to be big and it's going to be on that there, coming off of that peak over there. So let's go get ourselves a bunch of blocks and then start prepping an area. If you know what, let's skip the blocks just yet, and we'll pick a spot to actually put this thing, and then we'll start digging it out. Because I'd rather have it partially sunk into the ground, because then I can actually just dig my platforms and whatnot for it, and then I can just fill it in from there. So I'm thinking, yeah, because this is going to be a lot bigger than the other one I built. So we're going to put it, I'm thinking, ow. Ow. No. Give me your bones. Thank you. It's a cave there. I don't want to be too close to a cave, but I don't want to be too high in elevation to get started, because I actually plan on making this thing several tiers big. Like that other one I built, I plan on using a different killing mechanism for this spawner. Actually, you know what? There's a field. I'm going to go build it in the field. See that. gonna be big. It's gonna be ugly. We'll dress it up later to look like something else on the outside. But for now, we're gonna build the spawner and then our AFK platform above said spawner. And there's a field just over here. Actually, I'm gonna build it over here because like I've done a lot of cave lighting in this general area already, so it's ideal to build over in this area. And yeah, so we got water close by, which will make things a little easier. So I'm thinking lag. I should have probably made myself a shovel before getting started on this. So first we'll pick out our area, and then we'll dig. I think over here will work. We'll build it right here, and we'll put that there. There's my mark. So we're gonna run back, and I'm gonna get myself a shovel, because I actually don't have one yet. I never bothered building one. So let's go make myself a shovel, and then we'll start digging out the dirt to get going. This is where I got a little bit of tree farm action happening. Probably not gonna happen, but if I get I'm also hoping to get some beehives happening as well when I get around to it. I'll work on that a little more later, because I'm gonna need a lot of trapdoors. Like every level that I plan on putting on this thing is gonna use a stack of trapdoors each. The design I plan on using for the spawner, it's for the mob farm, it's very, very basic. Nothing overly fancy about it. It's just blocks and trapdoors. And just for every floor, every level that you have is a stack of trapdoors. So that other one I built uses 3 stacks of trapdoors to make that one. I appear to be out of sticks. What the hell? Wood. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to spend some time gathering and working at the farm, because I don't have hardly any wood left. Okay, so we got sticks. And now we have a shovel. Perfect. And now it's night. So probably for this spawner, because it's all going to be inside, we're not actually going to see the inside of this thing once it's actually operational. So I think the first couple layers I'm going to actually dig into the ground. Ooh, I wonder if I can get you without dying. You, I'm staring at you, Enderman. Lag, lag, lag. Oh, we did kill him. And a little bit of a close call, but we did get him, and it does not look like he dropped any of it. Darn it. Oh. Here. Back to the business. Let's go ahead and start digging out our mob farm once I find my block again. And there it is. So right around this point here, this is where we're going to center our farm. So 1, 2, 8. Yeah, Body lag. Gotta love it. Okay. So we got a 2x8 trench here, and we're gonna dig one out each side, and then we'll start building our first round of wall, and then we're gonna start digging down this trench and start prepping for our killing season. And I wasn't actually counting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not there for now.
Apologies for the bird, by the
Poof.
way, earlier.
There's our second trench laid out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Real laggy right now. Don't know why. Probably because the spider spawner's right there. There. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. Well, you just count it back just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. So there's our trenches marked out. So now we gotta square this off. Make sure we got no shallow spots in our mark, because this here top layer here is gonna be a floor. This lag is annoying. And we'll leave those there like that. We just want to make sure we got no holes or anything around. No shallow spots like over here, so we're gonna just take a bunch of this dirt we gathered and fill in the floor. That covers that. So now we're gonna just dig these down. Like that. So I name my house Plant Today. Wilson doesn't mind the nice CO2 conversational moment.
Quarantine? Yeah. Wilson! Yes! Tom Hanks in the volleyball.
No.
I've never seen the movie, but I know about it. His only friend was a volleyball.
That. Keep coming down because I think I'm gonna have 2 below, so that'll give us a spawner the same size as the other one, just in a below the surface. and then we'll probably build, I don't know, 5 or 6 levels above. So this thing's going to be pretty huge, all things considered. And then we'll have it so that they all get funneled into our 2 wide killing chamber that is going to have a lava pool sitting just above our hopper. So it's not going to be a gravity kill one. They'll just get pushed off into a lava pool. The lava pool will do all the work for us. So now that we got all that done, trenches down, wall out our 2 wide gaps here. So we don't gotta worry about laying them out again. We'll actually dig our trenches down one more first. Yeah, if I can stop getting these bloody lag spikes, that'd be nice. Getting a little better, but yeah. Still annoying. Do you even have anything worthwhile? Blue dye, cornflower, kelp, lime dye, spring coral block, pack dye. Not really. So you're annoying. Get out of here. And we got another head. We got 2 more heads, actually. We got a wandering villager head and a brown llama's head. Brown trader llama's head. It don't look that great. I'll put those back later on, but for now, because we're gonna have a fair bit of materials here, so we're actually gonna reuse some of these materials as we go. But for now, we're just gonna stash this stuff and the heads. We'll put them away nicely later. And we're gonna dig this even more. If I was smart, I'd have grabbed some ladders before doing this. So we'll just finish laying this out. Dig our trench down. It's tad. Actually, I think that was the last on the trench. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna run back to the base real quick. Sleep the night away. And grab ourselves some ladders so that it can actually get in and out a little easier. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to make a bunch of these ladders, but you get the point. We're gonna get ourselves an easier way in and out of that. Oh, I don't have any more ladder. I must have used it all, so that should be enough for a start. And now we sleep. Here on the bar. creeper over there. Can I get him without blowing myself up? Probably not. Oh, and we got him. Perfect. Nice having a good sword. My armor's kind of junk and falling apart right now, but yeah. Not spending the time. Like, I got some diamonds in reserve, but I'm not going to waste them right now on armor. Well, though I don't think it would be that much of a waste per se. Runners, I don't plan on using the armor right now. I'm just gonna... Yeah, it happens. Okay. Now back to hogging this user unit. Like, I'm sure there's mob farm designs that would be a little easier to pull off than, well, I guess not really easier to pull off. This is a very, very simple mob farm design. It's one that's been around forever, and it's very easy to build a single tier mob farm for this. But, yeah, I'm looking to make something quick, easy, no redstone involved because I'm not actually very good with redstone. But this is very simple. No redstone whatsoever involved. It's just blocks and trapdoors and then hoppers. Yeah, there's not a whole lot involved in this. I might come and put carpet down. It'll slow down the productivity on everything else, but it'll keep spiders out at least. At least I believe it should. If I place them in specific spots to make sure there's no 3x3x2 areas, it should keep spiders out of the farm. So instead, with what I'm planning to do for the killing chamber on this one, a spider might drop all the way through and not actually get caught in the lava. Which is not what I want. I want everything to get caught inside the lava blades and then drop onto the hoppers. That's what I'm planning on. And you know what, because I don't want stuff spawning in here while I'm working on it. Just throw a couple torches down. That should keep the place more or less safe. Keep going, keep going. Get all this dirt out of here. Dirt will come in handy for dealing with any creeper holes I wind up dealing with. Yeah. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me to light my place up better. I guess too much bug rock crap. I didn't light my place up well enough, and for a while, every time I stepped outside, to my front door on the starter base, I'd get showered in creepers, and they blow up my door. And then I'd have to go either grab another door from my inventory system thing, storage system, and then, or I'd have to craft up more doors because they keep blowing my doors up. They keep blowing up around my doors. Like, the front of my door area has been redone a half dozen times already because it keeps getting blown up. And that's no one really to blame except myself on that. I should have had a little foresight to light up around my base so stuff wouldn't spawn there. No, I didn't. And I got blown up. My own fault. Go away, leg. Be real happy when you do. There. Push there. Okay. So that is 2 spawning floors set up. I'm probably going to go down 1 more floor to put in 1 more floor and then my killing chamber and my storage for it. And then we're going to build up. Yeah, I think I'll just pause through that here. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep working on it. And instead of you guys just sitting here listening to me ramble on about what I'm doing, I'll do a progress update in a little bit, but for now, I'm gonna get back to work.